If you're new here, me and John, we're crypto miners. We started a crypto mine. We are resellers, and we're here to document our journey. So come along with us. Cloud mining. Let's jump into that real quick, and then we'll go. Or he's hiding. Yes. So as we're creating the CCM token, and we've already launched it and things like that, and we're trying to explain to you guys what it's supposed to be doing, and the aspects of it are very similar to what you would consider cloud mining, right? For the exception of, we're going to show you the machine that it's connected to, and or that you're connected to with your token, and your rewards all on chain and all that fun stuff. Well, we've seen some of our competitors, they're starting to pull out the old cloud mining card again. Not to give like specific examples, but it's similar to like eBay mining. If you see a contract out there on eBay, that they were really out there in the heyday on in the bull market, you get a certain amount of hash for a certain period of time. You got to pay a fee. And so we were doing some math today, and this really, we were having conversations and going back and forth on how all this stuff works, right? Earlier, which triggered this live stream. We were going back and forth and seeing, okay, what are some of our competitors charging to host machines, right? And there's a lot of aspects out there. One, we noticed they had a certain setup fee, which we do. We have that, if you host with us. I don't think Ccmtoken really is going to have that. That will be facilitated through acquiring the token. But they have a setup fee, and then you got to pay for 3 months upfront at 11 cents per kilowatt hour for a specific machine. And we were
12 months or whatever it may be.
Yeah, whatever the period of time is. And so we were doing the math. We're like, okay, well, what is that? So we have an S19 that's 104 terahash. It's running at almost 3,100 watts, right? And so we calculate that out. Okay, well, what is that after 3 hours or 3 months? And we're like, oh, okay. But what's the payout after power for that, right? And so we're like trying to figure, what does that look like in comparison to, like, what were we saying, John?
No, let's just do the math. Let's just, so everyone can see the math. So I'm going to share my screen again here. Let me see if I can pull it up. There we go. So this is Coin Wars calculator. We're just going to use the S19J Pro 104 terahash machine as an example. These are all reference numbers. Don't take these to heart. It's going to be different tomorrow than it is today, and so on. But we're just giving you guys an example of why cloud mining concerns us from this standpoint, from this blind subscription style cloud hosting or hosting service, and then that's kind of what we're looking at. I mean, Mark and I had the conversation of doing it this way. We have the availability to do it this way and do a subscription style hosting service. That's why our hosting service is month to month. You want to turn them off, you want to turn them on. It's your equipment. You send us your equipment or you buy your equipment from us. That is it. You see it, you know it's there, you know it's on. That's our hosting contract. Very cookie cutter, very straightforward. We don't want to touch your machines more than we have to. We don't want to control your pools. We don't want to see where you're sending your machines or set up your wallets. They're your machines. We're just turning them on for you. That's what we're trying to get to. That's why we got away from the whole subscription-based style of hosting and the cloud subscription-based style of hosting for a 3-month, for a 12-month period. So let's go. Let's look at a 3-month period. There's a company out there, not going to name names. They are right around 11 cents per kilowatt hour per 3-month period. You have to pay that up front. You have to pay 3 months up front. So we're looking at the 104 terahash, 3,100 watts roughly for the S19J Pro. after power consumption, that is only a take home today of $2.80 after you pay an $8.18 electrical fee. Now, these numbers are all theoretical because you're paying up front for a machine that you don't know exists. Cloud mining, right?
Yep.
So let's conspiracy theory. Let's put our tinfoil hats on, right? Let me pull up the big boy calculator here.
I think I have a hat in here. Let me. Maybe I don't.
So right around $810, $820, $830, whatever be, right in that $800 to $850 range is what they're charging for a 3-month hosting contract. There's a couple of companies out there that do that, to do this kind of setup. So what's not to say they take your money, they put it in a account, and they have an automated program that pays you out the equivalent of what you're supposed to be earning in Bitcoin. Never have to turn on a machine, never have to use the electricity cost, never have to set up the infrastructure. The machine doesn't even have to exist. So at $2.80 times 90 days, an $800, $850 investment for 3 months is only going to get you a $252 return. Now, again, this goes back to our earlier conversations about ROI. One Bitcoin is one Bitcoin. So you're getting that equivalent in Bitcoin, yes. And it could skyrocket, and it would cause massive catastrophic failure in a system that may or may not be implemented for a hosting company that's doing this way, right? So they have you give them your $800, they turn on your machine, and they give you a payout every month or every day based upon your hashing power. They're profiting not just the difference between the 252, but whatever else they're doing with your money, because they're not turning on that machine for you. That machine doesn't exist. Am I making sense, or am I off track here, Mark? I mean, my tinfoil hat might be on a little too tight.
That's the thing. Like, if they're not showing you the machine, if they're not showing you the serial number, then that is exactly the problem. That it could be a non-existent machine. They're just putting in there, and it's just cloud mining,
Mining on hopes and dreams.
Yes, exactly.
You hope that machine is there. You dream of that machine being on for you, and you dream of that Bitcoin coming in, every single day. But you don't know, and it's a very, very scary thing. And one of the bigger things that we are trying to avoid with Ccmtoken, with Coastal Crypto Mining, 2 separate entities, 2 separate type of hosting scenarios. And we want to avoid this cloud mining thought process completely.
So let me ask you this, John. How does Ccmtoken fix it?
Well, number one, you're going to get the serial number for the machine, right? Number two, it's a wrapped payout, right? Polygon network wrapped payout for your earnings. And it's not a subscription-based system. You're not buying into it for 3 months. You're buying. You can get in and out of it as often or as infrequently as you want. We're not locking you in, except for, say 30-day contract just to keep the machine on. But it's a physical machine. That serial number will be tied to that contract. We're on the blockchain. We're on the network. Everything is going to be tied to itself. The serial number, your wallets, what you're locking up for Ccmtokens, it will all be within that block, within that smart contract for that very specific machine.
Well,
that's how we're avoiding this.
What do they always say? What do they always say in crypto, right?
Not your coin, not your what, not your coins, not your wallet, not your coins.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, all the YouTubers say that, but it's always don't trust, verify, right?
Yeah.
Don't trust, verify.
Don't
So
trust.
Ccmtoken, the way that Ccmtoken will fix cloud mining is that it will be on chain. So if something isn't happening, we know about it. If something is happening, we know about it.